To all of you and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Today's editorial is all about the statements given by the Chief Minister of Assam. It is based on that. And today's editorial, I can say with a lot of conviction, completely based on vocabulary. The other editorial deals with economy, more related to statistical data, not much to learn. But this one, so many words. In fact, I could bring only 10. There are about 20 words you have to learn, especially the beginners. If you ask the question, vocabulary, where does it help? All these exam topics are based on to what extent you're good at vocab. Let us start with the first word, baleful. We got this last, I think, day before yesterday. An important word, so I thought better to bring again. Part of speech adjective, threatening harm, one meaning, and menacing. Menace we use. You have got they have given in SBI descriptive a few times. The combinations menace of stray dogs or street dogs. Another combination menace of reckless drivers or rash drivers. So these are the combinations you have to know. Good morning. Example, the baleful glare from the stranger sent chills down her spine. The baleful means disturbing, it makes you uncomfortable, threatening harm, something that is dangerous, you can say. Based on this example, the baleful glare means a look from the stranger sent chills down her spine, means she got scared, she felt nervous. An important expression you have to remember. Menacing, ominous. Ominous also means very bad, threatening or bad. Threatening, malevolent, an important word. All the three words you have to remember. This is an easy one, should not be a problem. Benevolent, an important word. Friendly, kind, benign, an important word. Whether synonyms or antonyms you come across, one or two important words, your focus should be on those words. Here, menace, ominous, and malevolent. Among antonyms, benevolent, benign. Usually, based on the word benevolent, I give one combination, may sound a little odd. Benevolent dictator. Dictators are usually bad, but who is a benevolent dictator? A person who rules strictly, but keeping in mind the welfare of the public. Flag has many meanings, you all know it can be a noun, but as a noun, it is not that important. As a verb, it is important. What does it mean? To mark for attention, or this is one meaning usually we use in this sense. But look at the second dimension, or to become tired, weaker, or less enthusiastic. Generally, we don't try to convey this meaning. Example, his energy began to flag after the long journey. This goes with the second meaning, less, weaker, tired, to become tired, to get exhausted. There you can use, but generally we use the file has been flagged, means what? Marked for attention, something fishy or something not convincing. Weaken, wane, an important word. We have got this many a time, decline, declining quality, number, standards. Droop also means the same, become weak or get tired. Strengthen, revive, energize, intensify. Now, all these words should be at your fingertips. We have been getting conflagration, an important word. They have given the literal meaning. It also means something like a disturbance, but here the literal meaning, a large destructive fire. The conflagration consumed several buildings before it was brought under control. means huge fire. For that we also, it is here. For that we also use inferno. That's an important word. Blaze, another important word. Firestorm, holocaust. This is also important. All the three words you have to remember. Calm, peace, tranquility, simple words now. Atrocities, usually, legally speaking, atrocities against SCs and STs. There is a standard expression. Part of speech, noun. Plural of atrocity. What does it mean? Extremely wicked or cruel acts, typically involving physical violence or injury. Some cruel act or wicked act that involves a physical injury, that is known as atrocities. The war was marked by numerous atrocities committed by both sides. Usually, this goes with atrocities against a particular community. Cruelties, horrors, crimes, barbarities. Important word. Barbaric, uncivilized, animal like. Kindness, benevolence. Again, we have got a different word form. Revel, important word, part of speech, verb. To enjoy oneself in a lively and noisy way. Tomorrow you get the job, you will definitely revel. Enjoy oneself in a lively and noisy way, especially with drinking and dancing. First one may not happen, but dancing definitely. They reveled all night after their team won the championship. Usually it goes with success, winning a championship. You try to revel, enjoy a lot, celebrate, carouse, an important word, indulge, mourn, grieve, lament, bewail. We have got these words last day before yesterday. All the four words you have to remember. Rapidly. Rapidly is different. Rapidly is different. Part of speech adverb. In an extreme, passionate, or fanatical manner. Extremely passionate or fanatical. Then you can use this word. The fans rapidly cheered for their favorite player throughout the game. Means passionately, zealously, fervently, fanatically, frantically. All are important words. Zeal. Zeal means enthusiasm. Important. All the words are very important. Calmly, moderately, dispassionately, temperately. But temperate has another meaning. Tropical countries, temperate countries. Nary, we have got for the first time. Part of speech adjective. It is informal or dialectical, means used in a particular place. Not a single, not any. Look at the example. There was nary a cloud in the sky. Usually we don't use this. This goes with native speakers. There was nary a cloud in the sky. Means what? There is no cloud in the sky. Not a single cloud in the sky. None, not one, no. Several, some, many. That's all. One more. Fester. You have to recollect the word pester. Pester means annoy, irritate. That's a different word altogether. Usually we say conversation English, don't pester me. But your fester, part of speech verb, to become worse or more intense, especially through the long term neglect or indifference. You neglect something, then the quality comes down, then we say fester. Resentments began to fester in the group after the disagreement. Means they became worse. Rot, decay, rankle, deteriorate. Rot goes with everyday English. These are all important words you have to remember, especially rankle. We have got many a time decay and deteriorate. Heal, improve, alleviate, mend. Familiar words. That's all about today's editorial vocabulary, important words. More words are there. And now let us go to the main skill you're looking for, comprehension skill. A reading comprehension skill useful when it comes to all these topics. As I said, this is about the hate speech by the Chief Minister of Assam. Hateful, baleful, threatening harm, dangerous, or something that is not acceptable. Menace on the Assam Chief Minister and communally sensitive remarks. Main idea: Chief Minister means elected by the public, a representative, and important office. Based on that, the Assam Chief Minister is transgressing, means crossing his oath, means his promise or his pledge, by making hateful remarks against Muslims. As a chief minister at the time of swearing in ceremony, all these ministers, MLAs, MPs, chief ministers, prime minister take oath, promising or pledging that they will be neutral or give equal importance to all people of all religions, caste, creed, every whatever the dimension, whatever the background. But when a particular chief minister targets a particular community, he is crossing that oath. He is breaking, going beyond that oath, which is not acceptable. Hate speech, especially by elected authorities and targeting a specific community, has been repeatedly flagged as a possible trigger for ethnic conflagrations, means disputes, and atrocities that could have catastrophic consequences. In one sentence, you understand the main idea. What is this sentence? Hate speech, especially by elected authorities and targeting a specific community. Hate speech by elected authorities is not acceptable. At the same time, hate speech by elected authorities targeting a particular community not at all acceptable. But this is add-on information. What is the subject here? Hate speech. And the verb has been repeatedly adverb, has been flagged. That's how you have to look at it. They have flagged something, something has been flagged. Here it is in present perfect passive voice. Hate speech has been flagged as a possible trigger. Once a person resorts to hateful speech, it may be a trigger, it may act as a stimulus or catalyst to trigger violence against that particular community, atrocities against that particular community, or conflagrations, ethnic conflagrations means what? Disputes or clashes. A possible trigger for ethnic you all know, belonging to, you can say local, traditional, involving a particular people, their traditions, a particular tribe, their traditions, all these. Ethnic conflagrations means disputes or clashes, and atrocities, not at all acceptable, physically attacking someone, you can say something that is not acceptable because it involves physical aspect also. Atrocities that could have catastrophic consequences. Could have. Here it talks about possibility, but the chances are less. More chances may have, could have. Possibility chances are less. Catastrophic consequences. Catastrophe means a natural disaster, a misfortune, or unfortunate incident and mishap. All these words you have to recollect. Politicians in India are well aware of this. All the politicians know this, well aware of this important expression. But this does not deter. Deter also we have got many a time. Prevent someone from doing something. But this does not deter the most cynical among them. Cynical means a person with a negative attitude. Everything, whatever a person does or someone does, this person takes a negative stand. Sick personality, we use the word cynical. But this does not deter the most cynical among them from using hate speech to further a polarizing agenda. It helps in polarizing agenda, means what? Dividing people into distinct groups. A case in point, an important expression, I have said many a time. A case in point is the Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sharma. So, what has he done? Editor has to throw light. The BJP leader continues to, it is in present tense, affirmative form, continues to do what? Revel means enjoy a lot in making communally sensitive remarks and targeting, in that process, targeting the state's minority communities, which is not acceptable. The stand taken by the editorial. On Tuesday, he explicitly, when you read the passage, you have to know two terms to understand. One is explicit, the other one implicit. Explicit means clearly stated. Implicit, indirect, or implied or implicit, they all mean the same. Implied. On Tuesday, he explicitly said that he would take sides against Mia Muslims, a discriminatory euphemism. All these words we have got so many times. Discrimination, showing bias or prejudice. Euphemism, saying something harsh in a nice way. He died harsh, he passed away better. That is euphemism. For the minority Bengali Muslim community. What is the expression for minority Bengali Muslim community? Mia Muslims. That is rather derogatory. Uh, Minority Bengali Muslim community is acceptable. Euphemism, Mia Muslims. And would not let them go to Upper Assam. He said something like he would take sides against Mia Muslims and would not let them go to Upper Assam. He would stop them. These remarks were in the context of a debate on the law and order situation after a gang rape of a minor in Dhing. This particular incident, a debate is going on. Against this backdrop, he made that statement. During the 2024 general election, Mr. Sharma, in speech after speech, very important, they have given in many exams. Why is it important? Here we have a noun. Here we have a noun. And speech singular, speech singular. Why should we use a singular form of the noun here? There's a rule. What is that rule? There's a preposition. If you have to use the same noun before and after a particular preposition, the noun should be in the singular form. You have to use a singular noun. That is very important. You have to remember. Had used rapidly communal language to target Muslims with nary a response, means not even a single response from the Election Commission of India. They should have responded. They did not respond. He even said Islamophobia. Phobia means what? Fear. Islamophobia means a fear of that particular religion and also a fear of Muslims from a layman's point of view. Islamophobia is real for many of us. Many of us here means Hindus. Second part talks about whether he can do it or not. By making these statements repeatedly, Mr. Sharma is going against the oath. The main idea is being reiterated. He took as a chief minister. As a chief minister, he took the oath. He is going against that oath, transgressing. That he will bear the true faith and allegiance to India's secular constitution. What is the oath they take? They abide by India's secular constitution. Secular, we have got many a time. India is a secular country, means no official religion. We respect all religions. And that is the oath as a chief minister, that he will bear true faith and allegiance, means affiliation to India's secular constitution. Now he is going against that. He should be condemned. He should be condemned. Passive voice. Should is used to advise or suggest. Here it is in passive voice. Condemn means to publicly criticize. For explicitly saying that he will side against a particular community. That is not acceptable. For that, he should be condemned. Second, by amplifying means magnifying or proliferating demands by groups that have threatened an entire community to leave Upper Assam and suggesting that the minority community does not have the right to free. In India, we have the right to go anywhere. When someone says, I will not allow you, that right is being violated, suggesting that the minority community does not have the right to free movement. As a citizen of this country, we have the right to free movement. But someone threatens, you are losing that right. He is furthering hate in a state which has been affected. Again, something has affected the state. The state has been affected by something. Present perfect tense, passive voice. By ethnic violence, we all know, from violent anti immigrant agitations to militancy. What are the problems that trouble the state? One, anti immigrant agitations, the other, militancy, and a flawed process. Flaw means a mistake. Some people speak English without mistakes. Then we say flawless English. Flawless, he speaks flawless English, or another word, impeccable. He speaks impeccable English, means a perfect English. Flawed process of identifying foreigners that has brought misery to the poor. Assam has been through crisis. Crisis singular, crisis plural. Assam has been through crisis. Some of those issues continue to fester. Instead of finding ways of reconciliation, reconciliate means to patch up, all around harmony and peace, he uses a cynical ploy, means cynical plan of fostering division, which is not a good thing, from the chief minister, that too. In order to reap, why does he do that? In order to reap the benefits out of the politics of hate. Today we have politics of hate. When you target a particular community, there are some benefits or advantages. And keeping that in mind, perhaps he's trying to do that. That is a stand taken by the editorial. As actions in nearby Myanmar and the plight means the miserable state of the Rohingya show, repeated use of hate speech to characterize a minority community and the amplification of communalism have disastrous consequences. By doing all these, the impact is going to be completely negative. They will have disastrous consequences. Disaster, natural disaster. Here, something that is very will have a negative impact on a large scale. The union government and the BJP leadership have shown present perfect active voice, no inclination to rein in. Rein in means to control. We have got many a time. To rein in, to control the errant chief minister. Errant chief minister means a person who has made a mistake or going off their track. Unlike party leaders who have been reprimanded, they have been reprimanded, present perfect passive voice. Reprimand, we have got many a time, scold, chide, rebuke. All these words you have to recollect. For utterances targeting sections such as farmers. Mr. Sharma uses hate speech against Muslims, but party has not responded. But if the government is serious about improving the lot of the Assamese people, means majority of Assamese people, the state has among the poorest HDI indicators in the country. That means they are not doing well. It has to put, if the state has to improve, it has to put an end to hate speech. Has to put an end. Have to or has to, it is used to express an obligation imposed by an external authority or a situation, here situation. It has to put an end to hate speech as a communally charged environment militates against all round development. It is not going to help in all round development, so they have to stop immediately. That's all about the editorial. Try to answer these questions quickly. We have almost run out of time. According to the editorial, what has been repeatedly flagged as a possible trigger for ethnic conflagrations and atrocities. Now, hate speech, especially by elected authorities. How does the editorial describe the term Mia Muslims as used by the Assam Chief Minister? Not a neutral term, a discriminatory euphemism. What issue was being debated when Mr. Sharma made his controversial remarks against Mia Muslims? A particular event. What is that? The law and order situation after a gang rape of a minor. That is the answer. What does the editorial suggest about the impact of hate speech on Assam? It promotes peace and harmony. It fosters, encourages division and exacerbates, makes worse ethnic violence. Obviously. What has Assam historically struggled with, according to the editorial? Ethnic violence and anti immigrant agitations, plagued by those. That's all for today. I hope you guys have got enriched. Do remember to subscribe and share. Thank you very much. So many words are there, important that way.